When I first read about him, I was astounded by his oratory skills, bluntness, knowledge, wisdom, courage. I'm talking about sage Ashtavakra. There's something magical about ancient India. The more you read about it, the more you realize that this land has given birth to remarkable people, real wise ones. Sages have walked on this beautiful land. Great books have been written here. The knowledge of ancient India has even inspired Greeks and Romans. Okay, enough of chattering. It's time for Time Machine. We are going on a journey together to ancient India. It's 7,000 years back. Peacocks, deers, birds are not that rare like modern days. They can be seen all around ashrams, ancient schools, where students are gaining knowledge and attaining wisdom. They go through rigorous trainings, not only academics, but also many other important things they learn. Yes, there are cruel and ignorant kings, but there are few good ones as well. Yes, there are problems, but there's this worldly wisdom to be attained on this beautiful, magical, and mystical land. Courage is not that rare either. A young boy with 8 physical handicaps, mind you, 8 physical handicaps, he's becoming an epitome of courage, Ashtavakra. Instead of complaining and crying because of his handicaps, he's building himself brick by brick. He's channelizing his energy. Unlike many of us, whenever we face pain or challenges or troubles, we retreat. We want to run away. We do not want to face people. We do not want to face situation. We are afraid of going on the stage. Just imagine if Ashtavakra had done the same. We wouldn't have witnessed such wisdom, such a remarkable sage. Now Ashtavakra, he's a teenage boy, just 13. He enters in the royal assembly because he wants to win the debate championship against Vandi, who defeated his father once. Young boy, he's not allowed in the assembly. He bluntly talks to the guard. "Oh guard, do not decide by mere looks. Let me enter. You have no idea who you are refusing." King Janak listens to him and allows him to enter. The moment he enters, everybody starts laughing. Ashtavakra doesn't say anything. Nada. Zip. He is just observing. When they stop laughing, Ashtavakra starts laughing. King Janak is perplexed and asks, "Why are you laughing, Ashtavakra?" Ashtavakra says, "My dear king, I'm sorry to say, but your assembly is full of shoemakers." Shoemakers? Why do you say so? "Oh, my beloved king, I'm sorry for my choice of words, but I firmly believe they are shoemakers. Because only shoemakers buy and sell things at face value. Scholars don't do that. They are concerned about my looks. They don't even care what's inside. That's why they are laughing at me, and I'm laughing at them." Listening to sage Ashtavakra, King Janak is ashamed. Rest of the so-called scholars, their heads are down. They feel utterly ashamed. Now the great debate starts. This debate lasts for so many days. Finally, Varuna is out of words and Ashtavakra wins. To everybody's surprise, teenage boy, merely 13 years old, he wins the debate against great scholar. King Janak is surprised. And after that incident, King Janak became the disciple of this teenage boy, Ashtavakra. King Janak is the disciple of Ashtavakra. The world still remembers. I also remember sage like Ashtavakra. The wisdom of Ashtavakra, the more I read about him, the more I get surprised. So here are 5 public speaking lessons from his life. These 2 are the most important ones out of 5, courage and knowledge. The great Ashtavakra, in spite of his 8 physical handicaps, he didn't retreat. Instead, he used his pain, agony, resentment for his progress, for attaining worldly wisdom. Bluntly, he used to face the kings, the powerful people. Bluntly, he used to ask them, courage is the greatest skill to have. Don't wait for that one day. After improving, I'll face people. No, jump into the well today. Then develop the skill brick by brick. Get onto the stage, face people. Appear for your dream interview today. Talk to people you want to talk to. Remember, courage is the greatest skill to have. With courage, you'll start living that unlived life, that unlived part of yours. Because of that courage, humanity has moved forward, man. The greatest skill to have, build it. Second, knowledge. Nothing can replace knowledge after courage. Your insatiable hunger for knowledge should never end, and people would love listening to you because you have got that great knowledge. Third, listening. Ashtavakra had great listening skills. He was great at it. He was observing him, listening to him, observing his entire body language. Then he used to answer. Listening is the greatest skill to have, and if you suck at it, develop it. Start observing everything. Become an observant. With observation, your listening improves. Fourth, Ashtavakra was really concise. No beating around the bush. Remember, your speech should be like girl's skirt. Long enough to cover the subject, short enough to create interest. Again, during that great debate, he was really concise, to the point. Because your speech should be like pencil. It has to have a point. Be concise as possible. The fifth one, figure of speech, stylizing the word. And Ashtavakra again, he was a master, an artist. The great soul person sees even his own body in action, as if it were someone else. So how should he be disturbed by praise or blame? The great sage, he was remarkable at stylizing the words, the choice of his sentences, especially his words. That's why he was able to grab attention, especially in that great debate. And after that, at so many places, stylizing the words, you gotta learn it. That takes your public speaking to the highest level. And how do you do that? By learning the figure of speech. Similes, metaphors, oxymorons. Where do you learn it? Check the link in the description below. Don't forget that if you learn to stylizing the words, you are able to get more attention. But remember the 2 most important skills, courage and listening. Don't you worry about it. Whenever you feel afraid in the future, think of great Ashtavakra. Think of his 8 physical handicaps. In spite of all the troubles, he didn't retreat. So do not retreat. Face it. Jump into the well. Start living the unlived life. What are you waiting for? Come on, just do it. Learn from the sages like the great Ashtavakra.